I know that you have been quoted as saying that you haven't set any tangible goals for yourself. Is that still in place?
Yeah. I think that when you start looking at how many points you're going to get and how many goals you're going to get, you start. You just sometimes everyone's main goal is to win, and sometimes your main goal is sort of distorted. I think that if you just stick to a main goal, and if we can improve our number of points over last year, and battle in there for a playoff spot and take one over, I think that's going to be a great year. That's going to be a great accomplishment.
But is there a number that you have that would fit into the sentence, I will not be happy unless I score? In other words, is there a bottom mark of what you at least want to achieve?
Well, you see what you can do. I mean, you step in there, every night you're not going to get one, or you're not going to get any, some points some nights, and that's secondary as long as you're winning, and if you can steal one on the road and say you got goosed up, no big deal. You got the 2 points, you're out of there, and it's good for the team. If you're doing other things other than getting the points, I think that you're helping out the team just as much. I think all people see though are the points.
Yeah, it's the most visible thing, obviously.
Yeah.
You said during training camp that when you're just about to hit somebody, you use the Top Gun analogy of getting somebody in your radar sights and then locking them in. And in training camp, if it's a veteran player and a guy that's going to be on your team, sometimes you tend in that last split second before you pull the trigger on the big hit to let up a little bit, which I think is rather common with guys that you're going to be playing with. Well, now that training camp is over and you're out there doing the real thing, you let them have it.
Well, it's still training camp, and guys are still trying to feel their way out.
But when you're against the other teams in the league.
I think that when we get into some of our divisional rivalries, I think it really heats up a little bit, and I think it's part of the game. I think that it can be used in a number of different ways to really to get your team going. Sometimes to give yourself a little bit of space, and it's just fun. It gets your adrenaline out.
Let's talk about coaches for a moment. You played on 4 teams last year, so you are resident expert on teams and on coaches. Is it important for you to have a coach that simply allows you to go out there and do your thing, play the way you want to play?
Well, I think that a coach is there to sort of leave you alone a little bit, but also there to bark at the right times. I mean, I'm just like everyone else. I need a kick in the butt, and I need to learn it. And a lot of times I'm not doing the proper things, or bearing down on the proper techniques, or using some of the little small plays that that it's common knowledge. And sometimes you need a little swift kick to get you going, and that's good. It's good to have.
Another question, since you're the resident expert on playing on different teams, size up the Flyers for us. What do you think of the Flyers as a team?
Well,
so
see,
far?
I played on went from that Summer Canada Cup to junior to Olympic. I mean, it's all different styles of hockey.
Sure.
So I think if you're sizing up our team, I think that we're going to be as good as we want to be. We've got a lot of right now we have a lot of injuries and a lot of illnesses and some things like that are hampering us a little bit in the preseason. But as soon as those come around, I think that we're going to be okay. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. I wouldn't all be if you're an old Flyer fan and putting away that jersey for another year, I wouldn't be doing it.
Don't give up just yet, then.
Not now.
Yeah. At this stage, you're still 19. Gosh, from the outside looking in, you've got just about everything that anybody would seem to want. Is that the way it is? Is there anything missing from your life right now?
For every good there's give and take in life, and I think that you go to the rink, you just don't go home. There's always that extra little bit you have to do, and different people you have to meet with and things like that. I think that with the sport I'm getting from the guys and and from the management and the coaches, I think they're making it pretty easy on me to get my job done. And of course my job's to be there on the ice and to do my job there. But if some of the other things off the ice are distracting from it, I mean, obviously they're helping out right now and getting the job done there too.